Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's race at Monza for Half-Fast Gaming's Triple Crown Series. It's a rainy track here today. That's going to lead to some exciting racing. I am Josh, and I'm with Jeff today, and we'll be announcing the race for you.
Hello, everybody. This is going to be possibly a challenge for both of us. There's going to be a lot of action because of all the rain, as Josh mentioned. So let's see how it pans out. We're coming to the end of practice right now. We're at the Monza circuit, and we are just watching them kind of circle around, getting acclimatized to the track currently. The temperature is 18 degrees Celsius. It is a wet track. The track is up to 22 because of the running on it. Race is going to start in just about 5 minutes or so. So we're just going to watch them circulate and cover a couple of things about the race, maybe a couple of the participants today. Currently we're watching Darren Bradbury. He's raced with us for a year or so now, and he is also the brother of Kurt Bradbury. They're in a constant battle with each other, of course, to find the king of the hill, if you will, of the Bradburys, so it's always fun to see them battle on track. Like I said, right now they're just circulating during practice. There's a minute and a half left for the period when they'll be in the pits changing their strategies and whatnot before the race.
Sure, and maybe we'll see a little bit of sibling rivalry today as well. It'll be a lot of fun.
It should be.
Yeah.
We're going to run over now and see what Mr. Drew Matthews is doing. Just coming out of the pits, it looks like. Heading down to turns 1 and 2. This is going to be a tricky part of the track today, because it's a high-speed section still across that front straight, and you need to brake to about 50 miles an hour before that turn, maybe a little bit slower in the rain, so we'll see how it's negotiated on the opening lap.
Sure. I mean, along with Drew, I believe he is just now getting accustomed to racing in the wet conditions such as this, and has often been more drift focused, so coming to grips with grip racing today. We'll see how that goes. I think he's going to figure it out and do all right, though.
I think that the drift racing may come in handy here.
It just might. Could be to his advantage.
Exactly. And hello to the chat. Hi, Harry. I hope you have a safe race out there. Should be an interesting one. And Albalpal, you're welcome. I'm glad we can continue it. I switched from racing to broadcasting, so hopefully that's turns out to be fruitful for the series.
We're glad to have you here today.
Alright, we have some wet conditions. Watch out for curbs and exit, and remember to brake early.
Alright, so let's have a look at the grid. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Here we are. Alright, so we have our Jitsu on pole, Leon in second, with Gross in third, Endres fourth, Chris Davies, also known as Springbuck, in fifth, Luke Garr, sixth, seventh is Kurt Bradbury, eighth is Drew Matthews, ninth, Darren Bradbury, 10th, Jackie Harris, 11th, David Holtberg, 12th, Cross, 13th, Curto, 14th, Hall, 15th, Cooper, 16th, Sartana, and 17th,
It'll be an exciting day today. I can feel it, and I'm excited to see some racing.
Me too. This is going to be interesting here because the opening part of this, heading down to the first corner, what they're going to be doing here is taking a exploratory lap around, and then they'll line up for the start, and then when the red lights go out and green lights turn on, it's race time. So it'll be a sprint to turn 1, and the braking will occur in hopefully the appropriate fashion.
For sure, and turn 1 looks like it is. It's quite a sharp turn, so it's definitely going to be interesting. I'm curious to see how this all shakes out.
All right, let's jump up to our Jitsu, and we will go to
30 seconds.
Helicam for now. Now I'm going to
20 seconds.
talk a little bit about the cars for anybody that's tuning in that hasn't been with us before. This is a multi-class series, which means there's different classes of cars that are racing here. In this case, we have the Porsche Cups, which are the first 3 entrants in this race, the Lamborghini Super Trofeos, which are the next 8 entrants, and then the GT4s. They are all different in their respects, GT4s being the slowest, and the Super Trofeos and Cups are round about the same speed, though the Cups are a little bit faster on a dry track. The Cups do not have traction control. They do have ABS, and the Super Trofeos have traction control and ABS. So it's going to be challenging for the Cups to keep the power down on this track today, and short shifting is going to be key here. So I'm curious how during the race they're going to be able to maintain, if they will be able to maintain distance from the Super Trofeos, just because of the traction control situation. The braking isn't really an issue because of the TC, but we'll see how it pans out here pretty soon.
Sure. And you can see now that, exploring the track, our Jitsu came out a little slippery, getting a feel for how the track looks.
Yeah, and he's won a couple championships with us. He's really quick. The Cup is his latest challenge. He's second in the championship behind Leon, though Leon is starting second in this particular race. It's just that Lewis was able to string together the best lap for pole position here.
Everybody kind of getting a feel for these turns.
Getting their tires up to temperature, checking their brakes. So we're coming onto the second back straight through the Scary triple chicane, and then we will move over to side by side running for the flag drop, essentially. So let's see if I can maybe jump onto Leon's car for this, so we can stay in view of the cars behind. Alright, everybody is up.
There we go.
Getting ready around the final corner here.
They'll come out of 11 here, and then, yeah, it's going to be time for some fun.
Absolutely.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Here we go.
Lights are green. It's a genuine drag race to first corner. Ooh, it's tight. And Leon gets by. Jitsu tucks in behind. Let's see what's happening further back. Looks like Enderez is still just in front of Davies. Gross is dropped behind Enderez in the cup car. It's all very close right now. Let's see.
It is.
Drew's moved up 2 positions.
Looks like Drew's catching up to the first 5 here a little bit. Gaining a little ground.
Looks like Holbert and Harris have dropped back behind a few of the GT4s. Cross has actually gotten in front of Darren Bradbury. And Leon has pulled a 1.4 second gap already to Arjitsu. Oh, it looks like Davies had a spin somewhere along the way. He's behind Harris now. Alright, Davies moves ahead of Harris.
We got Drew passing Gar here right now.
Looks like he's made the move there.
Yep, just made it on that turn.
Oh, it looks like Bradbury's after him now.
Does. Looks like he's trying to regain a little ground on that curve right there. Let's see how it goes. Oh, and he's coming up on Drew.
Ooh, outbroke himself a bit. Had to jump the curve.
Oh.
Evasive action.
Creative driving.
Alright, there's Ian Hall. He's leading the championship of GT4s right now. He's right behind Darren Bradbury. Let's see. Davies is catching up to this group. Now let's hit the helicopter. Got quite a line of cars here.
It's like Leon and Arjitsu are pretty decently out in front. Some folks starting to catch up, but they got a good little ways ahead.
Looks like Drew has pulled a 2-second gap. Quite a battle with the GT4 of Hall and Bradbury currently.
Let's take a look at that. It looks like Hall, Bradbury, Gross, all of them are battling it out pretty good right through here.
Looks like Leon has pulled away from Fujitsu again. We're not going to move to that just yet. How this GT4 battle is going to go here.
Sure. Like Gross has a little bit of a lead on Bradbury. Starting to pull away a little. Going into the turn here, we'll see what happens.
We've also got Chris Davies coming behind the 2 GT4s in the Super Trofeo, so he'll be looking to make a move here and get back in.
Here comes Bradbury.
Back out of it. He hit the big pole there at the entrance to the pit.
Davies and Hall battling it out a little bit. Davies just pulled ahead.
Yep. Good battle there. Looks like Bradbury is moving back up onto Gross now.
Yep.
I'm sure that Davies is going to be catching up here pretty quick. Just gained about half a second into that one turn, so... Looks like Matthews is working on Enderez.
He does.
Their times are pretty representative of each other. Enderez is 2:03.825 to Matthews 2:03.877. So within 5/100ths of each other. Switch over to Drew, see how he's making out here. He's got quite the distance between him and Lugar now, so...
He does.
It looks like actually Zach Gross is actually catching up to Gar now.
Yep. Gar and Gross seem to be in there kind of tight right now. Spread out a little.
Alright, now Chris Davies is working on Kurt Bradbury. He's under a second behind currently. Davies
Looks
is
like
about-
Davies getting a little closer.
Yeah, he's a second and a half faster per lap, so we're looking to get by him pretty quick.
Thought maybe that would be his opportunity, but
Not quite yet.
not quite yet.
It's trouble in the rain once you gotta make sure you can commit to that corner, because if you break yourself, you're taking both of you out.
That's right. That's no fun for anybody.
Nope. Alright, let's see, moving around the field here. Oh, looks like Leon had a moment out of Parabolica.
Oh,
That final corner, so he's now behind Enderez and Arjitsu.
looks like Bradbury's gaining on Gross. Gross is pulling away a little now.
Unfortunately, the Cup just has a little bit more speed down the straights than
Right.
ST, so
Maybe he can be caught. Oh, Gross hit.
moves off the line, lets them by.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'd say maybe he'll have a little luck in the turns, and that's not quite what I meant.
Alright, so Leon is 4 seconds down from Enderez now. At this point, Arjitsu's just gotta hang on. Clean lines, make sure he's getting all his turns bang on.
That's right.
As I promptly look at that, and he does not get the first one right. So
It's like Drew has a track to himself in fourth position right now. Got room to move around.
Arjitsu's got an issue. Just
Oh.
pulled off. Maybe some damage with some equipment. I don't know.
I'm not
Let's
sure
go
what's
back to-
happening.
We will let you know if we find anything out.
For sure. Too bad we don't have like a Aaron Andrews to go to trackside.
Get
I
that
just
interview
spoke
right
with
away.
Arjitsu, and he said,
He's still stuck on the side of the road there. Not sure what's happening.
"Leave it."
Davies and Bradbury into T1 complex. Nothing happening there.
Due to the issue with Arjitsu, Andres is pretty well out in the lead at the moment.
Arjitsu's gone into the pits. Sounds like some sort of hardware failure, potentially.
You don't like to see that.
No.
Sport 5 here are spaced out pretty well at the moment. Davies coming up on Bradbury a little bit, with Gross not too far behind. Bradbury coming off track a little.
Let's get the broadcast map back up.
Davies around the tail of Bradbury.
Currently, the running order is Enderez, Leon, Matthews, Gar, Bradbury, Davies, Gross, Cross, Hall, Curto, Harris,
Davies,
Cooper.
Davies just passed Gross.
Yes. Yes, he
I mean,
did.
not Gross, Bradbury. Pardon me.
Cooper, Holbert, Sartana, Bradbury, Bellers, Arjitsu. Hopefully our Jitsu can get whatever it is that's not working again.
Yeah, hopefully so, because he was doing quite well there and had quite the lead going. And you just hate to see that happen.
Yeah, especially when it's something out of your control. It's
For sure.
never a good feeling.
No.
Alright, let's move to Enderez, who looks like he is being caught by Leon now, with Matthews not too far behind. Matthews still keeping Gar at bay. Davies is coming up on Gar now, though.
And he is. And he's still got Bradbury pestering him behind him a little bit.
Yeah, he's not too far off there. Yeah, these Super Trofeos have a ton of horsepower, over 650, I believe, so traction control comes in handy. The issue is there's a lot of weight in the rear, so it's good for traction,
Right.
but sometimes when you get out of sorts in corners, it can spell trouble. Looks like Cross has got by Hall again.
Oh. Yep, and they're still battling it out right now a little bit.
Nose to tail here. We're sorry you couldn't either, Ozzy. Thanks for tuning in, though.
I was trying to get a little bit of separation from Hall. Hall's keeping in there.
Well, it looks like Gross had a moment there. Spun out into the second chicane. He's back on track. Harris has now moved up into 10th position. Behind Curto and Hall and Cross. All right, Yost is, Leon is right on the back of Enderez. Let's see what that looks like from the wing of Enderez.
Leon's got his sights on him. Let's see if he can catch him.
We've still got 55 minutes left of this race. It's a 75-minute race. You're required to pit. You do not have to take fuel or tires, but the requirement to go into the pit box is there.
Right. It'll be interesting to see when people, when our racers decide to pit or fix things.
Yeah, especially being on the rain tires, since they have tread, it really gets pretty removed quickly. So I don't think that anybody will want to go the entire race on the original set of wets.
Definitely not.
But we'll see.
Yeah,
There are
maybe
some
somebody
daring folks
is
out there.
feeling bold. Yes.
All right, looks like he's not going to catch him currently. He's
not.
in a 1.6, 1.5 second gap currently. Now, Andres really has a handle on this ST. He's spent a lot of time tuning it just so. So I'm not surprised to see him right in the front anyway.
For sure, and the amount of tuning and practice, bound to do well. Matthews, Drew, he has pretty much third place all to himself right now.
Let's see if we can catch up with him here. There he is. Yeah, he's got 8 seconds behind and 9 seconds ahead, essentially. Yeah, it looks like Davies is in the pits. He's taking an early pit at 10 laps with 53 minutes to go. Wonder if he's going to try to undercut.
Be a viable strategy as long as if his tires hold out.
All right, looks like he just dropped down. He's headed out. Let's see where he rolls out here. Oh no, he's got a stop and go 30 for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh no,
Unfortunate.
very unfortunate.
Hulbert's also hitting the pits. Hits his marks. All right. Let's go back to Drew, see how he's making out.
Be a battle forming with Gross and Cooper. We'll see how that shakes out here soon. We're getting a little separation now in straights. Jackie Harris holding his own in the 9th position.
After Chris hit the pit.
Correct.
As long as he can keep it smooth from there, that'll be a good result for him.
Absolutely.
Gross has got some serious damage on the front of his Porsche currently. I imagine he's going to hold out until the pit stop if he has to repair it, if he can. It looks like we had Bellers off track there.
Yeah, got in the gravel a little bit. Now he's back on track in the literal meaning of the term.
All right, Gross finally gets by Cooper.
Looks like Indrez is battling out a little bit right now in first place, and looks like him and Leon are, which I could be butchering names here, so but
No, you're good.
but they're battling it out right now. Indrez is in first position still, but Leon keeps getting close to him, and he almost had a pass just a little while ago before going into the first turn.
Check in with him now and see how it's going. Oh, looks like Enderez is getting a little squirrely on the tires now.
Indeed it does. Or if he's going to decide to pit soon. There we go.
He's gonna be waiting probably another 7 to 10 minutes, I would guess. That will put him at right about halfway.
Right.
If he can hold on. But I don't think he'll be upset with a second position in this either, so.
No, absolutely not.
Considering that will be first in his class either way. It looked like Gross is pitting as well. Arjitsu is still stuck in the pits, so I'm waiting for any inkling of information about that. I haven't heard anything yet.
Yep, we just hope everything's okay. And it looks like Leon's trying to make a pass. Oh, there it goes.
Goodness, let's see if he does it. Nope, broke himself.
Oh, turn messed him up.
There was a turn in the way there.
No. Let's see if he can get it going again here. Trying to quickly regain his ground.
Some of the close battles currently are Curto and Harris, Hall and Cross. Bradbury is now catching Gar. I'm going to check in with Bradbury and see how that's looking. Oh, and Bellers for his trouble going to the pits, got a drive through for speeding in the pit lane, most likely.
Most likely so. It's like Curto for now is able to sort of fend off Harris. But still in his rear view.
Now you notice on screen there's a purple number 2 in front of Leon. It means he's got the fastest lap currently of the race. Bradbury is within 1 second of Gar currently.
Like Matthews, I saw something and then I didn't see it, so just ignore what I said. We currently have Matthews in third.
You need to say something about Matthews.
So since I already started with that, I will. Just went off the track.
Oh no. Bradbury's had a spin. Pushing too hard.
Oh. Yeah. Can easily happen on a day like this.
For sure.
Noon and Inres still battling it out.
Still hangs on for another straight.
And he does. Oh, and Leon spun out.
Leon spun out. A little too aggressive on the throttle there out of T2. Alright, Enderez can breathe a little easier for a moment. Let's check in with Hall. See how this looks from his view. Shifting by Ian there. So Cross is moving out to a blue flag, which is Bellows. So he's going to move up the line here so that he can ride. And he does.
Looks like Hall might be catching up a little bit in this turn with Cross.
Definitely maintaining the gap for sure. All right. Leon has slowed down a bit. He was up to about 9 seconds behind. He's down to 10 now. Drew is 10 seconds behind. Leon. Gar is 6 seconds behind Matthews. Bradbury is 12 seconds behind Gar. So the current battles are, let's see, Bradbury and Sartana. Harris just hit the pits. Hall and Cross. And that's about it.
Hall and Cross have been battling it out for a minute now.
For sure. They're both well-matched drivers. Ian Hall drives an X-Kart, under the X-Kart team, and Cross drives for Wild Things Racing.
Crack a little bit. Cross did a good job navigating the turns through there.
Maintaining that lead just narrowly. Let's see. Got a couple of pitters there. Looks like Bellers is staying in the pits. We got Sartana in the pits. Harris just came out of the pits. He's now in 13th. Probably hoping that people in front of him are going to pit next, so...
Sure. And still no word from our Jitsu.
Nope.
Right now, Andres is still a good ways out front at the moment.
See if I can get some answers. Okay. Oh my goodness, there was quite an accident there.
Is that
I messed through that white. Is that Sartana?
I believe so.
Yes, it was. Lost it in the middle of the corner. Up against Cross. Now Cross has got to battle some damage there. That's going to be difficult. Looks like Enderes's gap is still increasing. Leon is now 12 seconds behind.
Ian Hall coming up on Cross right now.
We are at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
And there comes the pass. We're slowing down for the turn. We were fighting it out here.
Little door banging there. And Cross ends up just ahead. But I think with the damage he's incurred, we may end up with Hall on top here. We'll see.
Hall just inches ahead right now.
Try to do the under-over here. Let's see. In the rain, it's a little difficult. Oh, Cooper's
comes
got
out
an
back
SG30.
ahead.
A lot of stop and goes on this one. I think people are missing their braking marker for the pits, so they're not hitting it too fast.
With all the spray coming from the track, visibility is just going to be awful. They're still duking it out.
They cannot be separated, it seems.
Oh, here we go.
Oh dear, we got a... Oh, Cross
Almost took advantage of that.
Off track there. That's a tough one to swallow.
For sure. I don't know if it's as tough for Ian Hall as it was for Cross, though.
No, probably not. Let's see who we got here. All right, Davies is back in 10th after his pit stop earlier. He's 20 seconds behind Darren Bradbury, so as long as Darren pits, he's going to gain that position.
It's like Cooper is pitting.
He is, yep. And it looks like Hall is definitely pulling away because of the damage that Crosses incurred there. And Crosses pit behind Hall, so let's see if damage is fixed here.
Yeah, so we can get a little help and get back to it.
I saw that, Harry. That was a tough one, buddy. That was tough. All right, let's see who we got close here. It looks like I certainly missed something because Gar is behind Bradbury, so unless he's taken a pit and I didn't notice, Bradbury is now 17 seconds behind Matthews, so it's possible he went up on the jacks and dropped down.
Sure.
Endres still leading by 11 seconds. Let's check in with him. I imagine his tires are getting pretty tired at this point.
Sure. Oh, I felt he might have pitted by now, but he's trying to hold on as long as he can.
We got just over 32 minutes left. Currently, this is over halfway at this point. So we'll be looking for the top runners to be pitting at some point here to the end, if they haven't already. Fast lappers are currently Endres, Leon, and Davies. They are all in the 201s and low 202s. Everybody else is over a half second slower, at least. So they have the quick ones in the field to watch right now. Speaking of that, Davies has caught up to Bradbury in a couple of laps by nearly 4 seconds, so he's moving right along.
Ernst moved up to 12th position not too long ago, and he's coming up behind Holbert now. He's still a little ways back, but definitely in his review.
Let's check out Holbert's review. There we see Harris, just the little glimmer of headlights in the back there.
Harris's MO is consistent racing, so and being consistent like that, he's a type that can just sneak up on you. Not necessarily flashy, but just all of a sudden he's there because he's just consistent.
That's it. looks like Harris has Gross right behind him as well.
Just got in the gravel a little bit on that turn. Gonna regain some ground.
Hulbert is just narrowly pulling away now, with 30 minutes left. 29 minutes left, for that matter. We go through the current running order. First we have Enderez, Leune, Matthews, Bradbury, Gar, Hall, Curto, Cross, Bradbury, Davies, Hulbert, Harris, Gross, Cooper, Sartana, Bellers, Arjitsu. Oh, looks like Hulbert's had a moment there into T1, T2. Jackie has returned to 10th. And that is Bradbury behind him, excuse me, not Gross. And Jackie's moved over a bit to let him go by, and he does so safely.
Red's still out in front with some nice clean racing.
Yeah, he really took command and held it here. Still got a bit to go with 27 minutes, of course, but
Yes.
looking smooth so far. And Matthews is hanging in there in third. Let's check in with him. He's probably having a lonely race at this point. No, it looks like he's got the Springbok car of Chris Davies in front of him. But he is a lapped car, so he's also already been to the pits, and Matthews has not. So, curious if Chris is going to let him by, or he'll be able to pull away. Remains to be seen currently.
Right now they're rubber banding a bit through the turns.
And Curto is in the pits now, which means Cross will get by him. Most likely Davies as well. Oh no, Davies has gone off a bit there.
Yep.
Managed to keep control, however. little squirrely there. Looks like he's heading into the pits.
It sure does.
Let's find somebody else here. Jump on with Davies and see how that's going for him.
Proto's coming out of the pits.
Okay, so he's just out behind Davies now. Davies has got 8th in hand. Let's see where Harris is in relation to Kuro. He's quite a bit back. Harris has put some distance in between him and Hulbert, which is good. Looks like Gar is catching up to these guys from behind as lapped cars. Looks like Steve Enderez has made a bit of a mistake somewhere along this lap, as he has now lost nearly 2 seconds of time on this particular one.
Matthews is back out of the pits now.
Okay, so he's behind Gar, 10 seconds behind Gar, and in front of Hall. Now the trick is here is Cross has gone to the pits, Hall has not gone to the pits yet. So the gap here is 47 seconds, which is not long enough for a pit stop. So we'll have to see how Hall manages this, if he's going to stay on his tires the whole time and just go up and down, or if he's going to change tires or do anything of that sort. This should be an interesting end to this GT4
Absolutely.
top 3 here.
And if I'm not mistaken, Enderez is still not pitted, so I'm curious about what's going to happen when that happens.
Yes, and I don't believe Bradbury has pit either. So yes, it is going to be quite interesting, quite juicy at the end here.
For sure. It's going to be a dramatic last 20 minutes or so here in the race.
Alright, so Matthew should have his tires up to temp now. He's had a lap and a half to get him going, so now we'll see if he can make any gains on Gar. He is now pulling away from Hall, so that's important. As
A little distance.
Yeah, he is in a slower car, so it's important to make sure you can pull that gap. Oh, it looks like Hulbert's made another mistake that last lap. He's nearly 8 seconds off pace and almost 10 seconds behind Harris when he was only 3.
You hate to see that if you're him.
This race has definitely mixed things up for sure.
For sure. I'll let easy come, easy go.
For folks like us watching, it's always exciting, but I don't think sometimes it can be as exciting when you're driving. Looks like Matthews is slowly chipping away here. really notice it in the car, but when you're racing around this track, the exit of T2 is extraordinarily bumpy, which can definitely cause an issue in the wet, which I think is what caused Leon to go off that time when he was fighting Enderez pretty closely.
I believe so, and I've seen a few people, have some issues with that bumpiness coming out of that turn. It seems to be a
Speaking of,
point of contention in today's race.
looks like he's gone off again. And Leon is into the pits now.
He is.
Under 20 minutes left. And we have a couple of cars still to pit.
Including our long-standing leader for a while, Enderez. Once again, very interesting what's going to happen here. Bradbury, don't believe he's going in either.
Nope, it's true. It looks like Bradbury has actually overtaken Leon in that pit stop. And he has. Of course, Bradbury still has to pit, so...
True. See how that all plays out here.
Our Jitsu is back on the track, anyway.
Oh. By soon back, and at least he can get some track time in. I'm oddly looking forward to seeing what happened after this race is over.
Yes, I agree. We got Matthews just behind some lap traffic containing Hulbert and Harris not too far ahead. So he's going to have to negotiate these cars just with the same as Gar has. So we'll see how that works out for him.
Taking a look at his hood cam right now to see how it looks from his point of view. And into turn one now.
Other than Leon, we only have three people that need to pit in the front. Enderez is probably going to be safe from Drew, but Bradbury and Gar are not, and Enderez pulls in the pits just as I say that.
Alright, so we'll see what happens here.
Now, if you've watched this before, you know that Drew Matthews and Leon were battling through Misano in the wet, but it was a dry wet. It wasn't fully wet the whole time, and right on the last lap, Matthews got passed for first by Leon because of the Cup car's top speed is just a hair more. So it's good to see him still fighting up in the front, though, being that he's potentially going to be in second in class.
Rez is back out of the pits now.
And still in front of Bradbury.
Correct.
Right now we're looking at Darren Bradbury, who is in front of Gross. Just past Gross. Trying to take a left wherever he's going because he's got his blinker on. All right. Let's see. What else do we have here?
Maybe on a NASCAR track.
Looks like Leon is coming up to the back of Bradbury now. The other brother Bradbury, in this case Kurt. Under 13 minutes remaining of this race. We're still waiting for a couple of pit stops. And from what I can tell, Hall has not pitted yet.
Not yet.
And he's nearly 51 seconds ahead. So I'm
Gross
curious
and
how
D.
that's
Bradbury. Sorry about that. Battling it out a little bit.
And it looks like Cross did not fix the damage to the car, so it is still has a rumpled hood. Looks like Bradbury has pulled away. Now Springbuck, aka Chris Davies, is coming up behind Gross. And Gross goes off the line. Davies goes right by. Let's check in with him. He'll be coming up to Darren Bradbury next.
That's getting some speed on this straight.
Gara's gone to the pits. It looks like he is now in 6th behind Hall. Back out on track. Not sure what's going on there.
Rez still in a fairly commanding lead. here in the back quarter of this race, I would say the track's been pretty spread out today. Had a few clusters and a few battles, but there's been a lot of gaps between positions.
For sure. Well, Ian did his pit, and he is out cleanly.
Oh, we got somebody backwards on the track. So they spun out.
It's like gross.
I believe it was, yeah.
Having quite a time with that today.
For sure.
Alright.
This is not the time in the race you want that to happen.
No.
I mean, you don't want it to happen anyways, but definitely not this close to the end.
Alright, so we have Matthews in fourth. Bradbury just pit. And so he will easily take third position as long as he maintains. As long as he can maintain, he's got it.
Looks like he's back out of the pit now, or headed out.
Yep. He's got the entire straight ahead of between Matthews and Gar, so Drew is on for a podium today, as long as he can maintain that gap.
Bradbury just cut the corner off there.
Oh, somebody backwards again. We got our Jitsu back, circling around.
Whatever the malfunction was, what happened, this could have been a very different race, because he had quite the lead going there before whatever happened.
It's true.
Matthew's still holding it down. Got the track all to himself, just about.
Avoiding that puddle before the pits. That's good. All right, let's see. Bradbury's on the back of Leon now. Looks like Curto's had some damage to the car.
Looks like we currently have Drew Matthews in second position right now.
Yep, looks like Leon had an off for whatever reason. So now we're going to have quite a the nerves are going to be high for 5 minutes.
Sure.
Crew's doing all the right things, staying off the curbs.
Right.
Doesn't want to upset the car in any way at this point. He's got a 15-second, 16-second lead over Bradbury. He's just cruising around now.
Sure. As long as he continues to play it smart, he'll definitely have that podium, which is good news for Drew.
All right, let's cut over to Chris Davies, who's working on Cross now.
Like Curto, might have had a moment on the track here.
Davies has gotten by Cross.
Harris currently up in 9th position.
Still maintaining that gap to Hulbert, looks like. That's good.
About a minute and a half left in the race.
Looks like Leon had another moment there. Now Gar is ahead of him.
Steadily in second for a long time, but has fell to 5th position.
Looks like Enderez is just taking it easy now. He's got plenty of track behind him.
He does have plenty of breathing room, and that would be the smart thing to do.
He's got one more lap after this. And that will be the final, so we just got to hang on for one more circulation here.
Alright, man, the leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push.
Here we go, the leader is in the final lap, so here comes Enderez.
going to say anything about the finishing order until the race is finished.
That's correct. Just never know.
Let's see, any close battles at the end? Doesn't look like it. They're all pretty spread.
They are.
Closest is Leon and Gar. But 7 seconds isn't going to come in the final lap.
Our leader, Indrez, just currently going through the Ascari.
And we'll follow him on the helicam to the end. Does a little drift through Parabolica, possibly intentional.
Having a little fun with it. Here he comes.
Across the line
Has finished the race.
for the win. And then we'll have Matthews, who's currently heading towards Parabolica.
Yep. Into Parabolica now.
Nice and smooth
Now
as you
the
please.
curve.
Followed shortly by Bradbury. And the leader in the GT4s, Ian Hall, coming through Ascari now. Here he is down the second back straight towards Parabolica. One more turn. And he'll take first in class here. With a blink of the lights for good measure. All right, let's cover the winners in class each. We have Enderez first in ST, Leon first in Cup, and Hall first in GT4. We're going to run you down to the replay, and that'll see us out.
It's been a fun race, and some definitely interesting things happened today.
That's for sure. There was quite a lot of incidents in the race, and pretty excited to see the after
Green light, go, go, go.
the after show talk, if you will.
Definitely. Me too. Well, thank you for having me, and this has been a lot of fun.
Glad to have you, Josh. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you, everybody. Tune in for the next HFG race.